Well, our next story of the day is another great example of why showing vulnerability actually proves our strength to ourselves and to others. I'm talking about the story from Enrique Umbert, CEO of Mountain Lodges of Peru. Enrique faced a series of personal matters in a short period of time. He suffered a skiing accident, his beloved father has passed away, and Enrique Sr. was the founder of MLP and a fantastic person. And of course, Enrique, the son, had to face the current pandemic. Yeah, sometimes life confronts us with many challenges at the same time, and Enrique had to face another personal challenge last week, and unfortunately will not be able to be here with us today. We are sorry for that. His presence is always so positive and inspiring, but we are happy at the same time because Enrique sent his sister, Natalie, who is in charge of the marketing department of at Mountain Lodge of Peru, to replace him. Hi, Natalie.
Hi, everyone.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much to Remote, Roberto, Daniel, and the whole team for having us. I'm sorry Enrique couldn't be here, but I'm more than happy to fill in for him.
Oh, thank you so much, you, for joining us,
Yes.
even in this very last minute. Welcome, and please feel free to bring here what Enrique has to tell to our audience.
Yes.
Please.
Well, I thought that, well, thank you everyone for attending. I thought that it was really important that to deliver Enrique's words just as he had written them, because his message, my brother is a very deep thinker. He's very cool and very, he really is a special soul. And what I think his experience, obviously, to what Zach was saying in the previous speakers, you know, we've had to confront a lot of the, obviously, the challenges, the financial and this and that. But I think that also, you know, it takes a personal toll in a way in terms of thinking, like, am I changing as a leader? All of these things. So I would love to read his words to you. And thank you again. All right. Okay. So as you saw, he's titled it, An Experience in Self-Love and Community Leadership. So what does it mean to be a leader? Is it having all of the answers and being the smartest person in the room? Is it being the strongest, toughest, or most courageous amongst your peers? Is it being the person who works the most or works the hardest in a group? Is it conceptualizing and delivering the most beautiful and inspiring speeches? Is it simply because you have the authority to make decisions and command the team? These are the things I've been thinking about during this very odd time for all of us. And because our team is so close, I really, really have been focused on hopefully coming to some sort of conclusion. So my team and I have indeed gone through some tremendous adventures together in the 15 years since our business was founded. From life-threatening guest emergencies in the field to devastating natural disasters, to market crashes and financial struggles, surreal health emergencies like SARS, Zika, and of course, COVID-19, and much, much more. Whenever tough times befell our business, as a leader, I always felt compelled to be physically present, no matter what. And no matter how high the mountain, and as a sister, I can attest to this, or how far the destination. Having had more time to sit and ponder the events of the last 15 years during this quarantine, I started thinking, what is the actual value of my determination to be physically present with my team all the time? In attempting to come to some sort of conclusion, I focused on the past few years. And I would like to share 3 very short interconnected stories with you. In late 2017, my mom was diagnosed with terminal cancer and sadly passed away in early 2018. When she was diagnosed, I rearranged my priorities so that I could spend more quality time with her and help in her care, which caused me to leave my company's headquarters, move my family to Lima, and fulfill my role of CEO remotely, away from the office, my team, and what felt like light years away from our beloved lodges and staff. A few months later, in mid-2018, while snowboarding in Chile, which I've been doing for 30 years or more, I had a terrible fall and injured my back and right leg very seriously. I went through multiple surgeries to put my leg back together and subsequently spent the following 6 months in bed, all while negotiating a potential and very positive acquisition of the company, of course, and of course, tending to the usual day-to-day and challenges of an ongoing business. And then this year, a week before Peru went into lockdown due to the pandemic, I received a phone call alerting me that my dad had had a skiing accident and wasn't conscious at an intensive care unit in the US. A few days later, he passed away. I made it back home just before the international borders closed in Peru and went straight into lockdown, isolated from extended family, friends, and my team, of course, while we all faced one of the most unprecedented crises ever. As a leader, I felt out of my comfort zone and worried that my imposed distance from the team, especially during this pandemic, plus the challenge of the survival of our business and the livelihood of more than 250 employees and their families, not to mention the hundreds of other families from the rural communities who we partner with in Cusco and in the highlands. Through all of these personal and professional challenges, and not to say that I'm any greater or more of a hero than anyone else, because everything is relative and we all go through things in life. But I struggled because I always felt like I needed to be physically present. And I ended up learning to forgive myself for needing to be absent sometimes. And perfect example, it used to be ridiculous when I was in the hospital during my leg surgeries. The nurses were giving me my next shot of pain medication, and I was still trying to answer emails with my other hand. I just wanted to be there for my team. But could I? While going through all of this, the universe presented me with a unique opportunity to learn and grow as a leader and a person. There's a concept in Andean philosophy called Aini, which in essence means reciprocity. It supposes that everything in the universe is connected. It is considered by many Andean people actually as the backbone of life, our souls, etc. If you've ever heard the phrase, let go and let God, I'd like you to consider adding another phrase to your handbook. Let go and let them, your community, take care of you. It's not a matter of necessarily power, it's a matter of Aini, reciprocity. I truly believe now that one of the highest expressions of leadership comes from love translated into service. But are we leaders leading by example? I realized that the most important thing, aside from caring for my team, was empowering my team so that I could be absent and I could let go because we're all only human after all. So are we making sure that we love and self-service ourselves so we can truly love and service others? And acknowledging our vulnerability, holding space, and being present for ourselves, especially amidst times of troubles, requires courage and an intentional mindset and faith. It's not easy. Though we'll always feel the need to take care of our community, it's important to realize first that we're part of the community and that by empowering, delegating, teaching, and then trusting that our community, we are all a community and one family, then all of these processes take care of themselves through Aini. I'm now faced with I'm faced with one of the most exciting double challenges of my life. My second child, Joaquin, was born a week ago. My daughter, Mika, is now 7. And, with close family and friends at a safe distance, though, my wife and daughter and I my wife and daughter rely on me tremendously to be present as an integral part of this wonderful family life experience. At the same time, our business is struggling to overcome the most critical part of the crisis. More months have gone by with no sales income. We've had to make some significant changes in the team and how we do things. And there's still uncertainty regarding the recovery period for the tourism industry in Peru, as you all know. My brain is assessing risk. That's our biological survival instinct kicking in. But my heart and my spirit now know exactly what I have to do to care for my team, but also for letting them care for me, since we are all a family and a community. And thank you so much for allowing me to share this part of my life with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Natalie. What a speech. very emotional. And thank you for coming. And please thank Enrique for
I
sending
will.
this message. Enrique, if you are watching us, we miss you.
No, he was definitely disappointed not to be able to participate today. But as my father taught us years ago, family first.
Yeah, perfect. We totally understand. Natalie, thank you so much.
Thanks to everyone. Thank you so much.